What's up, you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, we are taking a look at indices, Nasdaq 100, that is QQQ, and SPY, that is S&P 500, and we'll take a look at tech stocks, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, Meta, Netflix, and also Reddit. So let's do the technical analysis, and most importantly, is QQQ and SPY, are they going to continue to fall after that good red bearish engulfing candle? Or, provided all these other tech stocks that have pretty much regained their previous position after the sell-off, they regained their place back, or these Microsoft and all Google will keep carrying QQQ and SPY up again. So we'll identify all of that in this video. Now, before going to QQQ and SPY or talking about QQQ and SPY, I want to go over individual stocks because QQQ and SPY are just, guys, the derivatives of all these other tech stocks and a lot more stocks, but majority of them, they are they're derivatives of majority of percent of Microsoft and all other big cap stocks here, right? So that's where I want to start off this video. Now, before jumping into that, I want to let you also know none of this is any financial advice. It's only for education purposes. I'm taking no guarantee of anything here. You are solely responsible for your own financial decisions and outcomes. Let's start off with Microsoft here. So Microsoft, we had the sell-off and we actually closed good below 20 days moving average and below the trend line as well. However, Microsoft got bought back up. Now, not just Microsoft, a lot more other stocks, right? But what I'm trying to say here is purely technical basis, right? What I'm trying to say is that with a big cap stock like Microsoft, you definitely want to see a follow through if it's going to change the direction, but we didn't receive that follow through yet. But does it mean it's bullish again? It's going to keep going up? So let's talk about that, because the thing is that we haven't yet made the all-time highs, but yes, we are above 420. So technically, yes, it's the time when it got above, it became definitely bullish again. It's above 20 days and moving average and also above that trend line. Microsoft will only become weaker if it breaks 50 days moving average, in my opinion, or a good follow through after a red candle of such type. But just because this green candle is quite strong, it has gotten out of the open body of the previous candle. That's why it's not that weak. This engulfing candle might be negated on Microsoft, but we have to go to the hourly interval to talk more about it. So here we are. You can see all these great buying wicks that came on Microsoft. This is no kidding, okay? So yeah, it was already going up in the pre-market. We didn't have any follow through to the downside below that trend line or 20 days moving average. Yeah, guys, right now to me it looks bullish. It's above 200 hours moving average. Only downside pattern may start come if it breaks below 422, but I would not touch short right now Microsoft. This was the short play we took. That was it. It was just a cool off play. Right now, I would not touch Microsoft on the short side with any even 10-foot pole over here. This thing has a potential to keep going up, just my opinion. Okay. Alrighty, let's take a look at Apple. So Apple, you already are aware about this short play that I took. I covered a lot of my profits here. This was just getting too stagnated here down here, not breaking further. That's why I sized out in this zone, and like some here I took, some here profits. I took some profits here. I took right up here whenever it would break structure. And then I was just getting tired of holding this short position for more than a month. And yeah, and it's still finding that support right now, 168 and 50 cents. Apple for me is right now, it's where it is. It's a short play as if it breaks below $168 range, 168 and 24 cents to be precise. To the upside, structure change may come if it breaks above 177 and 96 cents, where 20 days moving averages. Right now is struggling very heavily, it's just been beaten down at that 200 hours moving average over and over again. There is some intraday structure break to the upside. It may also come if it goes above 170 and 20 and 30 cents. Otherwise, no, it's just still a downside play in my opinion. All right, let's take a look at Google. So Google is a funny one because I opened up a short play and you can see it's going against me. So, however, Google, in my opinion, is, at least on daily, is still fine, not that strong. So guys, and as you know, I have a habit of sizing and sizing out at my, take, not just take profit targets, but significant levels, than these intraday levels, right? So I did size out some here on these wicks, right? Partial positions out and some little here as well of when it was going up. I wasn't expecting this strong of a move, so I'm still carrying my remaining around what, maybe 45% of position I'm still carrying with me. It did hit my almost 50% take profit target there. And I will see how this days goes because I can still, get out of it in profit. So, but yeah, still in my stop loss zone. I'll see if the next day it tries to hold 200 hours moving average. If it does, I'll fully get out of my position. But yeah, so still in the money, still net profitable. It's just that the position is the structure is not looking anymore like in my benefit on this short play. So that's why I'm just being a little bit more cautious here. All right, let's take a look at Amazon. So Amazon, yep, went up again. So it's not losing 20 days moving average. It's not a short play. This thing is just slowly and slowly making its way up and up and up. And this is what I have been saying to you guys with Amazon, that you can buy at 200 hours moving average with a stop loss below that. And you can see this thing has been just constantly following this 200 hours moving average. And this is what I said also that particular day when I did this video, that hey, technically, yeah, you can buy Amazon here if you want to buy and have a stop loss down here. I didn't take this play, but yeah, that was something because it's holding 200 hours moving average and it's above 20 days moving average. So right now there's a potential cool off you can play intraday, but then this is still the buy zone 183, and right now still 181 and 33 cents, still a buy zone on this. Any pullback on this still, are holding strong all the time, so you can buy at these levels. Up to you though, but intraday only. I'm not trading Amazon though. Yeah, Amazon, it doesn't give that much move. Meta. All right, guys. So this thing declined to make it a double top. This was the neckline, right? Yeah, you can still take the intraday short plays or whatever. If you have access to my tools, they help you to do that. And if you need access to my tools, guys, links are in the description below this video. I have 2 trading indicators, 2 trading bots, Wall Street alerts, and all that cool stuff. Yeah, so Meta is not showing me any sign of downtrend right now. That candle that came at the previous all-time highs is also negated. This is a good green candle that we got. On the hourly interval, let's talk about that. So there's only intraday play I would trade it. Like technically Meta intraday, if it breaks all-time highs 529, it can go up. Even any pullback and support at 523 is still a long play. How you see the pullbacks, or sorry, how you see the level holding, if you have been seeing my videos, you know that you look for the consolidations on the lower intervals as well, right? Just like this level held over here. So yep, it has been going up. So for now, Meta will only give intraday short plays, at least on Monday, if it breaks 523 and 9 cents, but also wait for the break of 20 hours moving average. But that will just be a scalp play right now to the short, not a swing short play. Swing short plays maybe will develop if the price action develops that way on Monday or Tuesday, but it's not a swing short play right now. It's more just like a continuation, can keep going up as long as it's above 523 and 60 cents. If it breaks this level, some scalp cool off may come for the day at least, or for the intraday, I mean. All right, Netflix, another funny one. So this thing ran into my stop loss earlier, and then so you already know the one of the next days it was coming lower. This is where it was. However, good thing I didn't open this play. I was looking to open this play if it would have broken again this level of 614 where I had my previous play. I'm gonna get rid of that red line. We don't need that. And however, the thing was still above. That's one of the reasons I was waiting for it to confirm another red candle before I open again my short play on 615, but it never did. Stayed above 20 days moving average and just shot up. So good stuff that I didn't re-enter right away, waited for my level, you know. So yeah, Netflix negated all the bearish signs and very strong, like very strong buyback that happened on this. Yeah, I mean, this thing has a room to continue to go up if it breaks above 638. If we lose the level of 632, then potentially some downside may come, but that will only be an intraday short, not swing short. Right now, it has a lot of support sitting below, above 624 and 46 cents so far. All right, let's take a look at Reddit, and then we'll go to the QQQ and SPY. So Reddit, a very simple play. It's a flush play below $43.97. All right, and it will continue. It will start to go again up if it breaks above $51.43. That's how simple it is, and that's the only place to look at it swing on this. On hourly interval, there's another thing actually on this one that I can tell you, and that is, let me go here, intraday long play above the level of $47.94. Yeah, and the short play, I would wait for the flush actually if it happens. Otherwise, in this zone, I'll just leave it alone. Just my opinion though. QQQ. Now, let's talk about that. So is QQQ gonna keep going up, or is still, so I have been saying, Junior Trader, you have been saying this is the distribution phase. Where is the distribution? Why is this thing not going lower? Guys, so here's the thing. Yes, that's a good red candle we got this particular day. And we do have a green candle, but it's not that strong relative to how Microsoft, Meta, and Netflix have done. But QQQ is still under that bearish engulfing candle influence. So this candle still rejected at 20 days moving average, didn't close above it. QQQ to me is looking weaker, and eventually this is still a distribution phase for me where it is. And we closed also below 441. In my opinion, this will continue lower. Just my opinion. But if it breaks above 441, no, then we have to again wait. So, but until then, I'm still in the camp of bear on this, or I should say distribution phase at least, and then I'm waiting the, level by level to the downside is what is to look for on QQQ. But in my opinion, it's gonna go lower. SPY is in the same boat, little bit stronger than QQQ. It regained its 20 days moving average, but it hasn't negated this bearish engulfing candle. In my opinion, SPY still is under the influence of that bearish engulfing candle, and it will keep heading lower. I'm sorry, I forgot to show you the hourly interval on QQQ. So let's talk about that as well real quick. So yeah, you can see how well it rejected at 200 hours moving average, right, QQQ. So that's why things are not yet changing on QQ, and SPY also rejected at 200 hours moving average. I don't think SPY and QQ are out of the influence of downside play. I think they will continue lower. It's just the matter of fact that will Microsoft, Meta, and Netflix will come lower with market as well. So we'll see. So that's the thing, guys. There's a divergence between the QQ, SPY, and Microsoft, and Meta, Netflix, Google, all these big cap stocks. And this might take a day at least to get both indices and these individual stocks in alignment. But QQ and SPY to me looks weaker in the price action, and Microsoft, Meta, Netflix, Google, they are still looking strong. But Google a little bit weaker, but at least Microsoft, Meta, and Netflix are looking strong. So anyways, guys, this is it for this video. If you found it helpful, valuable, hit the like, subscribe, and with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Guys, take care. Bye.